Good evening, or welcome back, whichever, for our second game of the varsity basketball doubleheader, as the boys basketball team will take on the Medfield Warriors. Hopkinton High School in the TVL is committed to the highest ideals of sportsmanship and establishing a healthy environment for interscholastic competition. Please make sure that your behavior reflects respect towards everyone tonight. And now for the starting lineups. First for the visiting Warriors. At guard, number 1, senior Charlie Katsikaris. At forward, number 2, senior Caleb Lawson. At forward, number 3, senior Nate Backey. At forward, number 5, senior Kevin Cronin. And at guard, number 11, senior Brendan Lawless. The coaches for the Warriors are Evan Moon, Mark McGuire, and head coach Herb Grace. And now for the hometown Hopkinton Hillers. At forward, number 35, sophomore Sam Pantera. At forward, number 20, junior Evan Marizimi. At guard, number 3, senior captain Caleb Rayam. At guard, number 10, senior captain Nate Casper. And at guard, number 15, senior captain Nick Paharik. The Hillers are coached by Cheney Gaudette, Chris Banks, and head coach Tom Keene. If you would now please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back into the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center for this TVL large matchup between the 8-3 Hopkinton Hillers and the 9-2 Medfield Warriors. Tom Nappy on the call alongside Wally Henneberry, and this is a matchup that features 2 legendary coaches, Tom Keene of the Hopkinton Hillers and Herb Grace of the Medfield Warriors, who has over 400 wins in his career, and he has had quite a career. He's been with Medfield for many years, and this is always a great matchup between these two teams. Evan Marizimi, Kevin Cronin in the center circle. Wally, this should be a very entertaining matchup tonight.
It really should be. Both teams coming in with winning records, both teams on winning streaks. Hopkins on a 6-game winning streak, Medfield on a 5-game winning streak. So both teams playing well at the moment.
Medfield with possession as Cronin feeds it into Backey now underneath to Lawson, who kicks it out up top over to Lawless. Driving in, trying to get it underneath. It's stolen away by Paharik. And a nice feed over to Pantera, but he can't gather it up. And out of bounds it goes.
That's a good look coming up the court. Whenever you want to break, look up the court to advance it to a teammate out in front of you. Too bad they couldn't connect on the pass.
The Warriors work it up the floor, right to left across your screen. Lawless feeds it up top. And now along the wing, Cronin. Now inside, Lawson kicks it up to Katsikaris. And knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Medfield.
So you see Hiller's in a 2-3 defense right here in the zone. And Medfield trying to pass it over the zone and into interior on the guy in the high post to try to get some interior passing down low. Hopefully the zone can kind of keep all those passes tight.
Lawless up to Katsikaris. Now Lawson kicks it out. 3 ball. Katsikaris knocks it down. Medfield strikes first as the Hillers work it up the floor.
That's one way to beat the zone, is to shoot right over it.
Along the near side, Casper feeds it over to Ram, up for 3, no good. Medfield has it, here comes Lawson. Lawson kicks it over to Lawless. Over to the wing now to Cronin. Back up top, Lawson. Cronin. Into Lawson, nice feed underneath, off the window and in goes Nate Backey. Hillers on a 6-game winning streak. Medfield on a 5-game winning streak. One of those streaks will be snapped here tonight. Out of bounds along the near side. It was knocked out off of Lawson. The Hillers are just off a big road win, 51-40 over Medway this past Friday. Casper collects backcourt. Feeds it over, Paharic. Driving in now to Pantera. Pantera around the defender, can't finish.
Nice up and under move there in the post.
Taking it up, Lawless. Out to Katsikaris. Now around the perimeter they go. Driving in, Backey. Over to the corner, Lawson. Katsikaris feeds it over, Cronin. Running out of time on the shot clock, 10 seconds. Up and no good. Great block by Marazimi.
Yeah, great block. They got a guy down low back door, and Marazimi's able to recover for the block.
Pantera with the bucket. A 5-2 game here in the first 2.5 minutes or so. Up for the jumper. No good there by Lawson, collected by Casper. Casper driving down, feeds it out. Up top, Marazimi for 3, no good. Gathered in by Cronin. Lawless with it. Feeds it over to Katsikaris, and the student section is back. Nice to see the student section back, and it is packed for this game. We have a steal here by Paharic. Paharic driving down, feeds it over, loose ball along the baseline, picked up by Backey. Here comes the Warriors. Katsikaris with it. Backey feeds it out, now to the corner. Backey with Pantera on defense, up for the shot, no good. Pantera collects.
Good interior defense so far by the Hillers.
Marazimi along the baseline, and he's blocked. Good block there by Cronin. Lawless takes it up. Two of the elite teams in the TVL doing battle here tonight. Lawless feeds it into Lawson. Up for 3, Lawless, no good. And it's collected by Marazimi. Here comes the Hillers. Quickly down the lane goes Casper, and some contact there.
Yeah, we got a foul. That's going to be on Katsikaris.
First foul of the game by either team.
And they're going to say that was before he got off the ground, so that's a... Hiller's going to have it underneath the bucket.
Pantera will have the entry. Into the game for Medfield, Brett Nickerson. Casper over to Marazimi, trying to get it into Pantera, and it's stripped away by Cronin. Good steal there by Cronin, who feeds it up top to Lawless. Now along the wing, Nickerson. Back to Lawless. Nickerson gets it over to the short corner, and a great block by Marazimi, but it looks like a foul. The crowd disagrees.
Yeah, it's Marazimi, great defense, went up high to block it with the left hand. I think he got his right hand on the shooter's shoulder.
Caleb Lawson at the line, the senior forward, standing at 6'1", one of the 3 captains of this Medfield team, along with Charlie Katsikaris and Brendan Lawless. First of 2, no good. On the second, no good. And it's collected by Pantera. Feed over to Marazimi. And drive it down, Casper, and he's blocked. Taken away by Cronin. Up to Lawson now along the far side, driving in. And an errant pass towards Nickerson, and it'll go Hiller's way.
Good movement without the ball there for the Hillers. They had a guy cutting down the lane. Good pass, just, the layup was blocked.
Cole Decent.
Still what you want to see.
Cole Decent into the game for the Hillers. Up for 3 from the corner. No good by Angle Chatton, who also just recently hopped into the game. Cronin with the rebound. Now taking it up, Lawless. Lawless kicks it out over to Nickerson. Up for 3. No good. Rebound Marazimi. Over to Decent. Casper. Driving down, and he'll draw contact. The senior heading to the line.
Fouls on Lawless. It's his first.
Will be his first, team second for Medfield. And this is going to be a high-intensity game tonight. Both teams kind of a little cold to start off the first quarter shooting-wise.
Yeah, they look a little tight. Both a lot of front rims on the free throws.
Casper misses the first of 2. Owen Schnorr into the game for the Hillers. Second of 2. Got it. 5-3 Medfield lead. Lawless takes it up. Feeds it over to Nickerson. Back out to Lawless. Katsikaris. Lawless gets it in. Katsikaris for 3. And it's out of play. Off the top of the hoop, Hiller ball.
So Medfield's really trying to pass the ball around the zone, get the zone to move side to side until the cracks appear in the zone where they can move in or shoot over it.
Up top to Fatahi. Good to see Karosh Fatahi back out there after he's been out with ankle injury. Casper driving down. Schnorr, Decent. Fatahi around the defender, draws contact.
That's going to be a foul on Nickerson.
Well, Brett Nickerson disagreed, but that will send Karosh Fatahi to the line. Team third for Medfield. Karosh Fatahi, a junior. And I think his height is going to come in use this game. Standing at 6'5". It's the first of 2. Now for the tie. Got it. 5 apiece. Along the far side, Medej. Now Katsikaris. Lawson. Over to Medej. Lawless. Medfield having a little bit of trouble working their way into the interior.
They are. They're sliding the ball back and forth, passing it one way then the other, trying to get that defense to slide.
Katsikaris up with the reverse, and in he goes. His second field goal of the game. He has 5 points. Ionelli with it. Over to Schnorr. Schnorr gets it back to Ionelli, and Ionelli gets tangled up with Lawson. Battle for it, and Ionelli just able to get it to Schnorr.
Great battle by Ionelli on the floor.
Fatahi draws the foul. Some body contact there. They're going to get Kevin Cronin with his first, team fourth for Medfield. Only 1 foul so far for the Hillers. Fatahi 2 for 2. Now 2 for 3. Jack Iovino into the game for Medfield. Fatahi hits the second. 1 point game. Lawless with it. Over to Iovino, now to the corner. Medej feeds it up to Iovino. Now back to Lawless. Over to Medej.
It's a patient offense trying to swing the ball back and forth to get openings.
Up for three, Medej. No good. Batted around along the baseline, and it's collected by Lawless, who kicks it out. Over to Medej. Trying to get it into the interior, stolen away. Here comes Iannelli.
Behind him.
Oh, and he lost it, and Fatahi with the loose ball draws a foul. That's going to be the second foul on Brendan Lawless. Team fifth for Medfield. They're racking them up. First of two, good. Rosh Fatahi, 4 for 5 from the line so far. Nate Backey back into the game for Brendan Lawless. Second of two, count it.
5 points for Fatahi, all from the line.
Hillers have shot well from the free throw line in their last several games. Gets Karas over to Iovino, up for three, knocks it down. The 6'3" sophomore strikes from three-point land. Over to the corner, angle. Chatton thought about it. He'll take the long two instead and knock it down. That gets the crowd going. We're knotted up at 10 apiece. Katsikaris feeds it over to Medej. Now along the baseline, up and good. Caleb Lawson. Angle Chatton along the corner, takes it up.
I think he could have been whistled for a travel right there.
Iannelli for three, that's no good. Batted around, pulled down by Lawson. And here comes Medej. Feeds it over to Katsikaris. Now Lawson takes it in, feeds it underneath, up and in, Nate Backey.
Nice pass, nice look underneath.
Iannelli at the buzzer, and it's wide. At the end of one quarter of play, it is Medfield 14, the Hopkinton Hillers 10. Back and forth momentum shifts right off the bat. The majority of the Hillers scoring has been from the free throw line. They have collected 6 of their 10 points from that free throw line. Nate Casper 1 for 2. Karosh Fatahi 5 for 6 from the strike. And Engel, Chatton, and Pantera each with a 2 bucket. But some good momentum shifts so far in this one, Wally, and I'm expecting this all the way through.
Yeah, it did kind of go back and forth there. Medfield comes out, scores a few points, and then Hopkins climbs back in it. Then they're at the free throw line. They take the lead, and then Medfield came right back. Medfield really is trying to take their time to crack that zone defense. It's like hitting a hard rock. You hit it 1,000 times, and finally it'll crack. And that's what they're doing. They're swinging that ball side to side, waiting for that defense to get tired, moving side to side, and then the cracks happen. Then they can either penetrate or get an open shot.
And it's a big week for the Hillers. You got this game against Medfield tonight, and then you're back home Friday night to take on a very good Norwood team. So the Hillers certainly hoping to get some statement wins this week. As for Medfield, they have Holliston on the road on Friday. Jack Iannelli on the entry. We're underway in the second quarter. Casper over to Pantera. Underneath to Iannelli, up with a reverse, count it.
Nice backdoor cut.
Katsikaris with it. Feeds it over to Lawson. Kicks it out to Backey. Now into Cronin. Backey, Katsikaris. Now along the right corner.
They're just swinging the ball around and around.
It's stolen away. Iannelli on a break to the rack.
Good anticipation.
Can't finish there. Backey collects.
He knows the ball's going to swing around. He was waiting for it.
Katsikaris feeds it over to Backey. Now Lawson in the lane. No good. And it's collected by Marazimi. Here comes Iannelli. Out to Marazimi. Over to Casper along the baseline. And a nice lay in there. Knotted up at 14 apiece. Katsikaris feeds it over to Lawson. And
great
no
block.
good there. Great block. Schnorr. Over to Casper. Marazimi thought about it, and now he's going to drive in. Kicks it out to Casper. Round the defender, no good. Batted around, and it's Medfield ball. Taking it up, Lawson. Up top, Iovino. Now into Lawson. Up for the jumper. No good. Schnorr collects. And it's stripped out, but Schnorr able to regather.
Medfield really showing a lot of discipline on offense.
Pantera underneath.
Stripped.
Stripped away and landing on it, covering it up, Backey. Good defense by both sides. Lawson, that's a charge.
It's going to be an offensive foul.
Ooh, they're calling that against the Hillers?
That's a bad call.
Yeah, that was a blatant charge by Lawson. Well, they're going to give the foul to Jack Iannelli.
I don't like to criticize the officials because that's a tough job and I wouldn't want it, but he missed that one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that one. Cronin feeds it over to Backey. Now Iovino. Backey slings it across to Cronin. Katsikaris. Lawson. Nice feed. Backey can't finish. Collected by Marazimi. Casper. Between the legs. Smooth moves. Can't finish, but we have a
jump ball.
And a little tangle up as he went up for that shot. It'll go Medfield's way. Iovino on the entry. Full court pressure as expected by the Hillers. And nearly taken away by Paharic. Lawson feeds it down, slings it over to Backey, up and in.
That's great vision from in the backcourt to look up while you're getting pressed and see a guy wide open underneath and to get it to him.
Graham out to Paharic. Pantera now. Around the defender, no good. And it's tipped out. Pantera able to collect. Spins around the defender, up and in. Count it. With authority. Katsikaris with possession. Lawson. Over to Katsikaris. Lawson driving in. Now Backey. He's trying to feed it to the block, and it's stolen away by Paharic. Marazimi feeds it up to Rayam. Rayam into Pantera. Pantera around the defender. Blocked, but there's a foul. Team 6 for Medfield. First one on Jack Iovino. First of two. Got it. Well, Sam Pantera starting to strike in the second quarter. Hillers have a 1-point lead now. Second of two knocks it down. I believe that's their first lead of the game. Katsikaris takes it up. Nickerson. Katsikaris into Lawson.
He's going to get a 5-second call if he doesn't get rid of it.
Up for three. No good. Air ball by Cronin, collected by Marazini.
Good outlet pass.
Rayam. Pantera. Trying to drive in, and we get a foul.
It's going to be on Cronin.
It's his second.
And they're in the bonus, or we're in the bonus. They're over the limit.
This is.
So he's shooting 1 and 1.
And Medfield making a late substitution. 1 and 1 for Pantera.
It's like a mini freeze on your shooter. You don't have to call a timeout. You can just make a substitution. And effective that time.
Collected by Nickerson. Here comes Lawson. Katsikaris feeds it over Nickerson for three. No good. Marazimi collects, and now he's surrounded by Warriors. And Backey able to gather it up. The pass over, up for the shot, no good. Secondary shot, no good. Medfield maintains possession. Katsikaris along the baseline, up and good is Lawson plus the foul.
Save that behind his back underneath the hoop to Lawson.
Team third on Hopkinton, second on Marizimi. Marizimi going to come out for a breather as well as Pantera.
Pantera's been very aggressive down in the low post.
Decent route back into the game, and that shot is no good.
A jump ball, and that's going to be a Hiller ball.
With it is Casper driving in. Over to Diesenroth, and he finishes. Katsikaris takes it up. Nickerson. Now into Lawson. Kick out to Backy. Now along the corner to Iovino. Into Lawson. Out to Iovino for three. Got it. It's his second three of the game. The sophomore forward, Jack Iovino. Graham. Over to Engel Chatton. Now back to Graham. Casper. Driving in, up with the left hand, and in he goes. His second field goal of the game. He has 5 points. Iovino out to Katsikaris.
They've got a guy down the baseline there. Ooh, he was open for a minute.
Lawson squirts it out to Nickerson. Back to Lawson. Driving down, up for the shot. With two defenders in front of him, he knocks it down. Casper takes it up. Under 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Casper around the defender. He's blocked, and he's able to grab the loose ball. Kicks it out. Up for three, Paharic. And it's no good. Diesenroth with the rebound, and he puts it in. Great presence underneath the basket for the Hillers.
Right. Good job for the Hillers, keeping that alive all over.
Out to Iovino. Lawson trying to feed it in. It's swatted back out to Lawson. Iovino for three. Look out. Third three of the game for the sophomore. Casper over to Rayam, up for three, and he responds.
That's how you respond to the three, and come down and hit another big one right at them.
A 1 point Hiller lead. Back and forth we go.
The Hillers defense is getting away from the baseline. They're playing up kind of high, and they're allowing an offensive player to run the baseline pretty free. They better watch out.
I think they're going to get Engel chatting with that one. There it is. First foul on Engel Chatton, team fourth for the Hillers. Katsikaris over to Backy, up top now to Lawson. And ball knocked away, picked up by Lawson, able to get it to Backy. Now Iovino into the lane, driving down is Backy, and as he works his way to the bucket, we have some contact.
It's going to be on, I think, Engel Chatton, I think.
Yeah, I believe so. That is indeed, and that's his second, team fifth. Well, you got one more to give.
Yeah, I thought they were going to be safe. Now it looks like they might not be. And I thought Medway was going to get whistled for a travel on that play.
He back 0 for 2 from the line, has 6 points. The senior forward, no good. Casper with the pass up. Marizimi to the bucket. Yes!
Running the floor well. That's what you want to see. Get the ball. When you're running, get the ball up ahead. Look up and advance the ball to your teammates out ahead of you.
Into Lawson. Kicks it out to Katsikaris. Lawson feeds it underneath.
Yeah, there's that guy in the baseline. Good block, though. They were covering well.
Very nice block. Schnorr. Up top now. Around the perimeter they go. Engel Chatton for three. No good. And here comes Medfield. Katsikaris with it. Over to Backy and stripped away. Here comes Hyman. Hyman, Casper, yes! 7 points for Nate Casper. Lawson driving in.
They're going to call a travel.
Hiller ball.
Some new sneakers, and maybe that's not a travel.
And there goes the student section. Casper going to let the clock run a little bit.
Yeah, 1 second differential here on the shot clock and the game clock.
Let's see how much he lets it run.
Medway looks like they're content to let it run all the way down.
Casper takes it in, out to Marazimi, up for three. No good, it rattles out. Batted around, and it's pulled in by Iavino, and we have a foul in the process.
Not in the bonus yet, and they'll only 0.8 seconds to do something with it.
I'll be shocked if there's a foul in this remaining fraction of a second. At the buzzer, off the rim goes Lawson. Nearly had it. That was the third foul on Engel Chatton towards the end of the first half, but what an exciting game. The offense lit up the scoreboard in the second quarter for the Hillers. They outscore Medfield 21-12 in the quarter, and they lead it 31-26 heading into the halftime locker room. And Wally, momentum really picked up for the Hillers towards the end of the first half. They have to feel good about themselves heading into the halftime break.
Definitely. After only scoring 10 points in the first quarter, to come out and score 21 in the second quarter, that's quite a big output there. I think they got to credit their defense there. They're playing a real aggressive zone. They're moving well, and when they're getting beat in the zone, they're recovering well to even get some blocks when they shouldn't probably. And then they're just racing down the court and looking up ahead to teammates and advancing the ball and getting layups. And a couple of three balls help.
Absolutely. They're shooting well, passing well, and rebounding well. But we have a whole nother half to go. At the break, it's Hopkinton Hillers 31, the Medfield Warriors 26. Back with the second half in just a few minutes on HCAM.
Baseline. Once you get the ball, they recover it quickly. Yeah. So that's kind of what's been interesting for me to watch. It's real patience on offense. They're not rushing the ball. They're going to swing it and swing it and swing it until something opens up. They're not buzzing it. Keep swinging. Yeah.
Thank you to everyone who purchased a 50/50 raffle ticket to support the class of 2023. If you purchased a ticket, please pull it out now. The winning number is 146739. 146739. Come to the table in the front to claim your reward. Happy birthday, Dante Pavone. The winning number is 146681. That's 146681. Come to the front to claim your reward.
Welcome back into the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center. We are just about ready for the second half of this TVL large matchup between the Hopkinton Hillers and the Medfield Warriors. As we enter the second half, it's a 31-26 Hillers lead. Let's take a look at the scoring totals for the first half. We'll start off with Medfield. Charlie Katsikaris with 5 points. Caleb Lawson with 6. Nate Backey with 6 points. Jack Iavino with 9 points, all from three-point land. For the Hillers, Caleb Graham with 3. Nate Casper with 7. Evan Marazimi with 2. Jack Ianelli with 2. Karosh Fatahi with 5. Thomas Ingle Chatton with 2. Cole Diesenroth with 4. And Sam Pantera with 6. 9 different point scorers for the Hillers. It has certainly been a team effort so far.
Yeah, it really has compared to Medfield with only 4 scorers.
Tom Nappy, Wally Henneberry on the call. Happy to be with you for this huge matchup on a Tuesday night. Part 2 of our Hopkinton-Medfield doubleheader. Katsikaris with it, feeds it over to Lawson. Now Cronin. Over to Lawless. Backey over to the corner to Katsikaris. Into Lawson. Backey feeds it up. Now Lawson along the baseline trying to feed it over. It's stolen away. Baharik gets a grip on it. He's trying to feed it in front of him to Cronin.
Great play by Mirzimi to avoid a travel there.
Baharik feeds it in. Pantera around the defender, up off the window, and it's waved off.
Going to call an offensive foul.
What are your thoughts on that?
I don't like that one. That's
it looked a little soft to
yeah,
me.
that's a soft offensive foul call. That's a let him play.
Exactly. I mean, they've done a good job at letting him play for the most part, but I guess you'll have your occasional soft foul.
I guess so.
Katsikaris feeds it across the Lawless, and now Cronin. Lawson. Medfield likes to pass the ball a whole lot, just swing it around.
They're trying to break that zone defense, and there's a foul. Yeah, they're trying to break the zone defense by passing it. Quick passes back and forth, and they're going to swing it back and forth and make that zone move side to side until it kind of breaks apart, and then they'll get their looks. And they're patient enough to do it.
First foul on Pahara, team second. Katsikaris. Backey over to Lawless, and he stepped out.
That's where you use that baseline as a second defender. Squeeze him in when he comes in, don't foul him, and make him step out of bounds.
Paharic on the entry.
Full court press here by Medfield. One of the mids.
Casper takes it to the rack. Can't finish. Pantera with the rebound. The putback, no. And trying to get a secondary rebound. It squirts out, and Backey has it for Medfield. Warriors quickly work it into the offensive zone. Katsikaris.
Here they come quickly swinging it around.
Yep.
And then they're going to put a guy in the high post and hopefully get it in and get it out. They're just trying to get that zone to move.
Could be a little frustrating for a play-by-play guy.
Yeah. I think we had a mask issue here. Pantera's having trouble with his mask.
Lawless for the shot. No. Ooh, Marazimi gets tangled up. Loose ball picked up by Cronin, and we have a foul. I think they're going to get Paharic, kind of a collision with Cronin.
Yeah, I think so too. It's his first. Third team foul already for Hopkinton.
Oh, they're going to get Casper with his first.
Ooh.
Around the horn they go. Cronin for 3. Knocks it down. His first bucket of the game. Medfield within 2. Casper driving in. And he draws a foul. Nate Casper had a trifecta of 2s
I'm going to guess that was on Katsikaris just by his body language. Palms upward.
And he hits the first. Second of 2 for Casper. Trying to add on to his 9 points, and he will. Hillers up by 4. Lawless feeds it over to Backey, and he fumbled it. Out of bounds it goes. Casper takes it up. Trying to work it into Marazimi. Kicks it out to Paharic. Casper spins around the defender. Over to Marazimi, no good. And Medfield has it. Cronin feeds it over to Lawless. Back to Cronin. Driving in, and he tried to get it underneath the back. He was knocked out of play. It was a big hit there.
Incidental contact, they call that.
Cronin's elbow got a piece of Casper's face there.
It's going to be Medfield ball.
Jack Ionelli back into the game for the Hillers. Up for the shot and in. Caleb Lawson. Ionelli takes it up. Oh, trying to get it to Pantera. It's stolen away. Katsikaris driving down. Good block there.
Boy, 3 of the Hillers right there.
Yeah, for Tahi, Pantera got a piece. And
Hillers grabbed it and stepped on the baseline. It's going to be Medfield ball.
Lawless on the entry.
Medfield running a curious play there on the inbounds. They're trying to set picks, but on the zone defense, no one's going to go anywhere.
Cronin feeds it underneath, and Backey's blocked. Diesenroth up to Ionelli. Hands it back to Ionelli. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Diesenroth. Fatahi.
Oh,
it's popped out. Marazimi gets it. Kicks it to the corner angle. Chatting for 3. No!
In and out. We're going to get it away from the ball foul here on Medfield.
Wow. I didn't quite see what happened.
I think it's going to be on Cronin. Nope, it's on Lawless.
It's going to be his 3rd.
Yeah, away from the ball fouls. They're tough to see when you're trying to watch the ball.
It's great analysis. Marazimi over to Fatahi. Driving in, and collision with 2 or 3 defenders there.
Somewhat of a late whistle. He drove in there, got hammered, and then I said to myself, okay, that's got to be something.
We have a Warrior a little shooken up, Kevin Cronin. Trainer's going to check him out, I believe. Oh, he appears good to go. Certainly a good sign. Caleb Lawson draws the foul, his first. Team 3rd. Oh, now he's heading over the bench.
They're letting Medfield get a free timeout here. Slow substitution.
Yeah. Brett Nickerson into the game. I think even the officials look a little confused. Fatahi at the line for 2. And he hits the first. Ferosh Fatahi is 6 for 7 from the strike.
Yeah, they're trying to sub him back in, and he can't because there has been no action, and he came out as an injury substitution, but before the first free throw, so he can't come in until action is started and another dead ball, or unless he wants to call timeout.
So I think that's, he had to come out because the injury stoppage was because of him. And then they were trying to get him back in there. As Fatahi hits both free throws.
Another way he's trying to ice the shooter without calling a timeout.
That's Karas over to Lawson. Now Backey. Nickerson. Nickerson feeds it over to Backey.
A little confusion there.
Yep. Up for the shot. No good is Nickerson. And it's collected by Engel Chatton. Engel Chatton over to Diesenroth. Long two. Got it! Cole Diesenroth with 6 points.
Nice bucket on the break there. Oh, and Medfield's going to call a timeout. That's a nice bucket on the break. You're running up, you advance the ball to the guy who gets it just for a 12-footer, and he hits it. It's nice.
That was a beauty. Hillers up by 6.
He gets a timeout from Medfield.
That gives us a chance to remind you, tomorrow night we will be at Veterans Pirelli Arena as the Hillers boys varsity hockey team will take on Medfield, an 8 p.m. face-off over in Franklin tomorrow night. And then on Thursday, we'll have Hiller Alpine Ski at 6:30. Then on Friday, we'll be right back here for a big boys basketball game between the Hillers and Norwood.
Now, is that a big basketball game or a basketball game for big boys?
A little of both in that matchup. Well, it's good to see the student section back. They are certainly excited to take in this matchup. At the moment, no restrictions here at the Hopkinton High School Athletic Center. Handful of substitutions for the Hillers coming out of the timeout. On the entry, Charlie Katsikaris. Cronin. Lawson. Kicks it out to Iovino. Now up top, Backey. Driving in, up for the shot, and it is good by Caleb Lawson. He has 10 points. And Ellie over to Diesenroth. Feeds it into Marazimi, and that's going to be an offensive charge. He kind of threw the shoulder at him.
I think a little bit of acting by Medfield. I don't want to call it a flop because it's a smart play right there when the guy actually does contact you.
Yeah, he leaned him into him pretty good.
Yeah.
I think they got it right.
Make sure the ref sees it.
And Sakaris takes it up. Over to Backey. Now Lawson. Up for the jumper, yes. Caleb Lawson starting to heat up. 2-point game. Iannelli with it. Drives in, through the defenders, can't finish. Rebound, Iovino.
Great double clutch on the layup. Too bad. He got through the defenders, too. Too bad he couldn't convert.
Iovino over to Cronin. Up top, Lawson. Back to Cronin. Driving in, and Backey can't finish. Put back, count it. Knotted up at 37 apiece.
A game of runs, right?
Absolutely. Marazimi, wide open three. No good. A battle for it. And Backey able to collect, and then Engel Chatton going to be called for a foul there. I don't know if that was out of frustration, but you got to control your temper in that situation. That's his 4th foul.
So we got Engel Chatton with 4 and Mirazimi with 3. 2 guys in foul trouble there. And I think they've both taken a seat.
They're going to tee him up, I think. All right. They were debating it at least.
Cooler heads prevail.
Katsikaris. Backey. Katsikaris feeds it in. Back. Ooh, an errant pass there. Killer ball. Decent route into Casper. Pantera. Gonna take it in around the defender, can't finish. Backey pulls it down.
Tough to watch when they make the great move, beat the defender, and then can't finish. It's too bad.
Iovino lays it in.
That's a nice play by him.
Good feed by Lawson. Casper trying to respond, draws the foul.
Katsikaris pleading his case. Can't believe it's on him. That's 3 for Katsikaris.
Nate Casper at the line. He is 3 for 4 from the strike. Four for 5. Hillers down by 1. And they tie it up. 11 points for Nate Casper, and we get a timeout. 1:43 left to go in the third quarter. Certainly a much different quarter than we saw in the second. Not as much offense.
Yeah, not as wide open. This is much, much tighter.
Here's a look at the Medfield Warriors girls varsity team, who just got a win over the Hopkinton Hillers, 54-41, in game 1 of our doubleheader tonight. But Hopkinton hoping to make a statement win here in the boys' game.
Yeah, this certainly would be a huge win for Hopkinton. Coming in 8-3, going against a team that's above them in the standings at 9-2, and to take that would be a huge win for the Hillers.
Take you through the TVL boys' standings when it loads, as we are not up at 39 apiece. In the TVL Large, Westwood 7-5, Ashland 2-9, Medfield 9-2, Norwood 9-0, Holliston 2-9, Hopkinton 8-3. In the TVL Small, Bellingham 3-11, Norton 9-3, Dover Sherborne 11-2, Medway 7-6, Millis 2-8, Dedham 6-8. Very competitive TVL, as expected. Cronin feeds it up to Katsikaris. Now into Lawson. Up for the shot. Got it. Caleb Lawson has 4 twos in this third quarter. Casper. Over to Schnorr. Back to Casper. Paharic. Feeds it in. Pantera. Yes.
Great bucket. Spinning out of bounds toward the baseline. He was able to put it off the glass and in.
Over to Cronin. Back to Katsikaris. Into Lawson. Cronin. Can't finish with the reverse. Rebound Pantera. Casper takes it up. Down the lane, and it's stripped away.
It's going to be off of himself.
Yeah.
Stripped and off of him as he fell out of bounds.
He was hoping for the foul. Under a minute left to go in this third quarter. We're tied up at 41. Taking it up, Katsikaris feeds it over. And now into Lawson. No good there. Schnorr knocks it away. Out of bounds it goes.
Well, they're going to give that to the Hillers.
I guess they're going to say Lawson got the last touch. Taking it up, Casper. Over to Paharic. Schnorr feeds it back out. Now Rayam. Over to the corner, Paharic. Schnorr underneath to Pantera. No!
Missed the bunny.
Oh, great ball distribution and gave Pantera a nice opportunity there.
Yeah, they're getting the ball in the corner and using a little triangle offense, getting it into the high post, then down to the low post, through the defenders for a layup. Can't get it to go down.
5 seconds left in the quarter. Katsikaris up for the shot. No good. And Paharic with the rebound. That'll do it for the third quarter. After 3 quarters of play, it's the Hillers 41 and Medfield 41. Medfield outscores the Hillers 15-10 in the third quarter.
Just like the first quarter, 14-10
right
in the first quarter.
Well, we'll see if the trend continues.
Yeah.
That means it would be Hiller's turn.
Big Hiller quarter coming up, I think.
Well, tough.
Both teams really sticking with what they do best on defense, especially. Medfield's playing a tight man-to-man. The Hillers are playing that 2-1-2, 2-3 zone that they don't want to get out of, and they're playing it very well. The real chess match is down that end where Medfield is very, very patient on offense. They know how they want to break that zone defense, swinging the ball around one side to the other, back and forth until the zone breaks open. Or they put the ball in the high post. They want people to collapse, and then they get open lanes to the hoop. They're patient, and they're going to wait to do it. And when they get a chance, Hillers are quick enough to recover, which has been good for them.
And I think one of the things the Hillers are hoping is that Sam Pantera gets heated up underneath. Missed a couple of good opportunities.
Yeah, I think if they keep going to him down low, especially in that little triangle they just played there by putting it to the high post, we can get it down to him in the low post. That looked like it gave him a nice open look. If they can keep doing that, I think they'll make some hay there.
Nate Casper, the team leader for the Hillers with 11 points. For Medfield, it's Jack Iovino with 11. We're underway in the fourth quarter. Casper feeds it over to Rayam. Now Paharic. Out to Casper. Rayam. Back to Casper. Now Rayam and Casper are going to pass back and forth. Schnorr.
It looks like Medfield's gone to a 3-2 zone.
Now the give and go, up and
there
in.
You go. Nice movement. Yeah, Medfield's making me look bad, but changing their defense right when I said they haven't done it all game.
Backy over to Lawson. Well, you can't predict Coach Gracie. Up and in goes Cronin. And we're going to get a substitution.
A mask issue.
Or a mask issue here. Yeah.
I didn't grow up with any mask issues in the games I played when I was a kid, except football.
Well, hopefully sometime in the near future they won't need them.
Right.
Casper. Paharic. Casper down the lane, and
ooh, we got a foul on the floor.
It looks like they're going to get Lawless. That's his fourth.
Fourth on him. I think that, I don't know if that could have been a foul. They could have let that go.
I think they're not going to let much go. Seeing how physical this game has been, they want to keep both of these teams at bay, not let it get crazy.
Right.
Graham, travel. One step too many, Medfield ball.
You got to run and start before we put the ball down.
That's Karas with it. Cronin. Lawson. Feeds it over to the corner. Out to Katsikaris. Now Backy. Lawson for three. No good. It was Cronin rather for three. Cronin collects. Fires it over to the corner. Now into Backy. Out to Iovino. Iovino takes it in and can't finish.
In and out.
Rattles out. Casper has it. Casper, coast to coast, off the window and in.
Left-handed. Great move.
That's Karas over to Backy. Now to Iovino, and Iovino trying to get it into the interior. Popped out of bounds off of Paharic.
Now again, Medfield set up here to set picks on their players, but no one's going to move because they're in a zone. Curious design there.
Iovino nearly stripped away by Casper. Cronin picks it up. Backy back to Cronin. Into Lawson. Lawson up for the jumper, no good.
Doesn't fall for the fakes. Nice play, nice defense.
Schnorr collects. Schnorr. And
they're going to call that on the floor. Yep. No shooting. I think it's going to be on Lawson, correct?
Yes, you are correct. That's his second. Team 6 for Medfield. Rayam on the entry. Now with it, Schnorr. Back to Casper. Paharic. Casper now. Taking it down, up, no good. Backy collects and then gets wrapped up with Casper.
Jump ball.
Nice hustle by Nate Casper.
Going to stay Medfield ball. Now the Hillers trying to do the same thing that Medfield's been trying to do to them by passing it and trying to break open that zone.
we got here? It looks like a timeout by Medfield. Saw the official signaling the athletic director.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong official too.
5:25 left to go in the fourth quarter. A 45-43 lead for the Hillers. Still very much anyone's game. The suspense is just building in the second half, Wally.
It sure is. We get to the final 5 minutes with a 2-point game. That's pretty good.
And the student section on their feet. Backy. Over to Cronin. Lawson feeds it underneath. Up and in.
No basket.
No.
Travel.
Hillers will take that. Casper.
Medfield fans don't like it.
Kicks it out to Rayham. Up top, Schnorr. Back to Casper. Rayham for three. No good. And it's collected by Cronin. Katsikaris with it. Iavino.
He comes swinging in the zone. Oh, trying to put it in. There's a foul.
I think they're going to get Pantera with that one. They will. That's his second.
Both teams at 16 fouls here in the second half.
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of free throw shots coming up.
Yeah, we still got a long way to go, too. So, yeah, I agree.
Katsikaris on the entry.
Gotta get it in.
Underneath, up, no good is Lawson, but he draws contact.
It's going to be on Mirazimi, and that's the seventh foul.
Fourth foul.
Fourth on Mirazimi and seventh team foul. We're over the limit.
And the first of two, no good. Lawson is 0 for 4 from the line.
Well, that was the right guy to foul if you're going to get your fourth.
With 14 points and no good on the free throw. Pantera has it. Here comes Marazimi. Down the lane, up and in. Evan Marazimi with a big bucket.
Big Euro step there for the finish.
4-point Hiller lead. Iavino now into Lawson. Feeds it over. Lawson, Iavino.
Swing.
Underneath now to Lawson. Around the defender, yes. Casper with it.
Not much Mirazimi could do there with four fouls.
Diesenroth for three, no good. Pulled down by Backy. Medfield quick to get up the floor. No good there by Lawson. Hillers get it back. Marazimi.
They got numbers here, 5-on-4.
Casper, Diesenroth. Back to Casper. Diesenroth, open opportunity. No good. Collected by Lawson. And we're going to get a timeout. I think Coach Gracie wants to calm things down. 3:31 left to go in the fourth quarter. A 47-45 Hillers lead. And you just got a nice road win against Medway. If you pick up a win here against Medfield, I think that's a very good momentum heading into a big Friday night battle with undefeated Norwood.
Yeah, they would have them come in with a lot of confidence on Friday.
But right now they're just worried about the final 3.5 minutes left in this game. Still very much anyone's game. And last year, Medfield, they had kind of a down year. They still managed to make the postseason, but the Hillers defeated Medfield in their last meeting here at the Hopkinton High School Athletic Center, 80-51. And that was just a couple of days after the legendary Medfield head coach Herb Gracie got his 400th career win.
That's a lot of wins.
Certainly is. He's been around for quite a while.
It's tough to do it for a young man like him.
But to have Coach Keene and Coach Gracie matching up, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. Lawson on the entry. Katsikaris with it. Lawson now. Back to Lawson. Kicks it out, Cronin. Now into the interior, Lawson, yes. We're knotted up once again. Casper calls it out. Diesenroth thought about it. Diesenroth gonna take it. Got it!
There's a big three-pointer.
Katsikaris with it. Driving in Lawson.
Oh,
nice pass and a nice finish by Backey.
Miller's lost track of him right under the basket.
Casper with it. Trying to feed it to Pantera. It's stripped away. Here comes Medfield. Backey. Coast to coast. Up for the shot. No good, but we have a foul.
And it's going to be Mirazimi's fifth.
Well, he'll take the rest of the night off.
That's too bad. He looked to have position. It should have been an offensive foul.
Yeah, it looked like a charge from where I'm standing.
Like he purposely got his feet set, held still, and waited for the contact.
Well, Evan Marazimi's night comes to a close with 4 points, and we're going to have a timeout. 2:27 left to go. Hillers 50, Medfield 49.
That's a tough position to put yourself in, though, with 4 fouls. You see the guy coming, but you stand up and you do what's right for the team. You hope to get the charge. And if it doesn't go your way, which that's always a dicey situation there with the refs, you know, your night's over. And unfortunately, that's what happened for Marazimi. But a real stand-up play for him to get in there and take the contact.
Yeah, he certainly has done a nice job under the boards tonight. His night ends with 4 points in total.
Yeah, did have a lot of rebounds, especially in the first half.
And we are ready to continue.
1 point game, 2.5 minutes to go.
Great atmosphere here tonight as well. Nate Backey at the line. He has 10 points so far tonight, but he is 0 for 2 from the strike. First of 2. No good.
Oh, see, there you go. Ball don't lie. If it's not a foul, the ball won't go in.
It's the basketball gods.
Yep.
Second of 2.
There it is.
And it's
Great
collected
rebound
by Schnorr.
Great rebound.
Here comes Casper. Oh, he lost it. Able to regather. Calling it out. Schnorr. Back to Casper. Paharic into Pantera.
Oh,
And Pantera lost it. Able to regather. Up for the shot, and he draws a foul. Nice job by the sophomore. Keeping his cool, able to regather. Now he's heading to the line.
Yeah, Medfield's doing its best now to change their look so that Hopkins doesn't know what's going to happen. This time down the field, down the court, they were in a 2-3 zone.
It's the third foul on Kevin Cronin. First of 2, yes. Sam Pantera has 9 points. He's 3 for 4 from the line. Four for 5.
And both 10 points for him, for Pantera. He's having a good night.
3-point lead for the Hillers. That's Karas. Over to Backey. That's Karas trying to feed it in. It's stolen away. And here goes Casper. No. And Medfield has it. That was a great steal by
block.
Schnorr.
Yeah, and a good block from behind.
Feeds it over to the corner, Iavino. No good. Casper collects. Or excuse me, Paharic.
They got numbers here if they want him.
Pantera. And he got tangled up.
Jump ball.
Yep.
That's going to stay Hiller ball.
Pantera and Cronin got tangled up.
He had a nice spin move. Didn't realize Cronin was going to be right there. Grabbed the ball, and they both kind of stumbled around.
Schnorr on the entry. The Pantera he goes. Casper now. 1:22 and counting left to go in this fourth quarter.
So here's this 2-3 zone. They're more back to the 3-2, it looks like.
Coach Keene wants a timeout. Well, the suspense continues to build here in the final minutes of regulation.
Yeah, just over a minute to go, minute 16, 3-point game. Both teams over the limit. Both teams will be shooting 1-1 next foul.
And Coach Keene going to dig up some good strategies here.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of defense Medfield's going to display when they get out. The Hillers might be expecting a zone of a 2-3 or a 3-2, and they might come back out in their man, which they played most of the first 3 quarters in.
Another look at the Medfield varsity girls team. A couple TVL updates to tell you about. The Norton Lancers boys are in action, and they are leading big over Millis, 19-4 at the end of the first quarter. And at the half, Ashland girls leading Holliston 22-16. Also, a halftime score in boys hoop, Holliston leading Ashland 17-16. Off the timeout, Hiller's on the entry. Schnorr into Paharic. Casper. Takes it in. Yes!
Oh, nice scoop. The finger roll, it goes.
What a maneuver around the defender that was. Now loose ball underneath. Battle for it.
That's got to be a travel. Oh, he calls timeout.
Good timeout
Great call for the timeout by the Medfield coach. Because he had the ball on the ground and he was rolling over, which is an automatic travel.
Hiller's up by 5. So momentum certainly on the Hillers side as of right now.
Under a minute to go.
Well, if you're Medfield, you have to get a relatively quick bucket coming up. Some other scores from around the TVL. Dover-Sherborne boys defeated Medway 61-46. A huge win for Dover-Sherborne against a very good Medway team. And congratulations to Megan Olbrice of Norwood, who scored her 1,000th point tonight. She dropped 27 points in a win over Westwood.
Wow. Big night for her.
Certainly is. Just an elite player throughout the state. And the Hiller girls will head to Norwood this coming Friday night.
Now, if the Hillers just played their regular tight zone defense, Medfield's had trouble getting shots off in time, so they want to get something quick. So the Hillers just have to be tight, no fouls.
Lawson draws a foul.
Is that going to be on Diesenroth?
Coach Keene doesn't like it. It is.
His first.
Caleb Lawson at the line. He is 0 for 4 to make that 0 for 5 from the strike. First of 2, no good.
Let's see, he got 18 points, so he's really starting to pour him in, but he's not doing so great from the line. I know my chicken scratches aren't official, so.
Yep, 18.
Missed them both. Oh, Hiller
That
ball,
is
that's
big.
a great rebound.
Casper.
You got to use the clock here. The clock is your friend.
Paharic really wanted to take that
he
three.
sure did.
Casper. They're
You
trying
got
to
it,
foul.
Yep, and they finally got him. But they took 15 seconds off the clock.
That was Paharic had that wide open look, and he's standing there. Do I really have to pass it?
That foul is on Lawson. It's his third.
He quickly debated, get yelled at by Coach Keene
or be the hero.
or do the right thing. First front end of a 1-and-1. Got it. Well, in this game, the difference to me has been free throw shooting.
It sure has. Yeah, Hillers have been really, really good at the line tonight. And Medfield kind of missing a few down the stretch here.
Casper 6 for 7 from the line. And now on the back end, no good.
6-point lead. They got to really defend out high here.
But, yeah, Medfield is shooting well below 50% from the line. And that has cost them a lot of
turnover.
Points. Decent Roth.
And he's going to go to the line. Great turnover right there. Great defense by the Hillers. Suffocating down low. They were looking to get it in, and there was just nowhere for that ball to go, and the Hillers were able to grab it.
Actually, this is astonishing, but I'm just realizing this. Medfield is 0 for 10 from the line.
Oh, wow.
That will not win you many tight games.
Yeah, and you're down 6, so that's your whole game right there. And that was Lawless's 5th foul. He's out.
On the front end, he hits.
Big free throw right there.
And he hits the back end.
Nice, 2 good free throws. Now that's what I like to see. They roll the ball in. You come up and play defense. Make them pick it up.
3 attempts, no good. Trying to grab at his backy. He's able to get it out. Over to Katsikaris, up for 3. No good.
Hillers, 3 Hillers had it and fought it away from each other.
Lawson able to finish, but it might be too little too late. 2 seconds left, a 6-point game.
3 Hillers had that rebound, and they all fought each other for it, and it flipped out, and one of the Medfield kids grabbed it. You like to see the fight, but you have to be aware. Your teammates have to let you know that you're fighting with a teammate.
Right.
That's their job.
Gets so intense you don't know who you're fighting with sometimes.
Right, exactly. So you got 2 white shirts fighting for the ball. The other guy's on Hopkins and have to tell everybody. Same team. And he hits.
And attempting to do the math really quickly, the Hillers are 22 for 28 from the line. So they have shot very well from the free throw line.
I'm going to say that's 76%.
Second free throw no good at the buzzer. Well short. And the Hillers get a big win over Medfield, 58-51. They outscore Medfield in the fourth quarter, 17-10. And Wally, to me, that was certainly one of the most impressive team wins of the season for this Hillers squad.
That was a great win. Like you said, a real big win. We talked about it a minute ago. They're going to come in with a lot of confidence on Friday night. They played very patiently, especially on defense, and I think that really was what did it. And like you said, the free throws really kind of was the difference in the game.
Your stars of the night, Nate Casper had 17 points. Cole Diesenroth had 11, and Sam Pantera with 10. A great team win by the Hillers as they take down Medfield 58-51. The Hillers now 9-3 on the season. Medfield falls to 9-3 on the season. For our crew, Rowan Scott, Andy Ritz, Mary Arnott, John Ritz, my broadcast partner Wally Henneberry, I'm Tom Nappy. We thank you for watching Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Basketball on HCAM. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.